Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to talk about when your parent won't listen about estate planning and they make really horrible decisions. This is actually a question I get asked all the time. So thank you to our Reddit user. And please remember, I am just a licensed independent social worker. This is not legal advice, but let's jump into this one. Mom married a gold digger. My mom is 82 and starting to have memory issues. I am trying to figure out her end-of-life care and I discovered she has zero estate planning set up. All she has a 15-year-old will from LegalZoom that leaves everything to her gold digger husband. 27 years ago. Mom married a lazy, narcissistic boss who has never worked a single day of the marriage. He has no income besides $600 a month from disability. He handles all the money and forced her to put his name in the deed to the house, which she purchased and paid off before they got married. He is chronically ill, but unfortunately with nothing fatal. He is 12 years her junior. Last week I set up an appointment for her with an estate attorney to discuss putting the house in a trust and getting durable power of attorney for me, her only child. Her shitty husband did not allow her to speak during the consultation. He instructed the attorney to draft up documents leaving my mother's house, her life savings, and everything she owns to his 3 kids. No mention of me, my mom's long-term care plan, POR, or a trust. Mom called the attorney right after the meeting and say she's pissed that she had no voice in the meeting and she'll never agree to sign those docs. The attorney said there's nothing they can do to help with her assets because his name is on everything. Unless she divorces him and buys him out, she's screwed. Hopefully he'll drop dead soon, but I fear his chronic health issues will ultimately bankrupt my mom and leave her penniless. Does anyone have any experience with older parents who can't agree on estate planning? How can I protect her from this miserable sack of shit? Okay, so I feel like I need to start this by saying if your spouse won't allow you to see an attorney alone or talk to an attorney alone, that is absolutely unacceptable. That is not okay. If you cannot have separate counsel, then you are not equal partners in this relationship. That's not even the real issue here. You need to recognize that this man has been abusive to your mother for 27 years. And because of ageism and society and the fact that people don't take these things seriously, he has gotten away with it for a very long time. You may think, well, how could you tell? She's still with him. Well, we know that cognitively. Your mother is impaired enough that she is unable to make these decisions for herself. And that means that this is not a partnership. This is not a situation where both people get to sit at the table and decide what they want their future to look like. Your mother is being taken advantage of, and she is being abused. And as such, you need to treat this like a situation where there is a vulnerable person who needs protecting. And that's where your focus needs to be. It is terrible that your mother has not planned ahead, that she didn't do this 10 years ago or 20 years ago. But she didn't, and now we have to deal with the reality of the situation. And the reality of the situation is this man has abused her for 27 years, and he's not going to stop now. As hard as it might be for you to hear, the most likely scenario here is that your mother is going to die and her husband is going to outlive her. This is the most likely scenario, barring something catastrophic happening to him. So you need to plan for that. It's not pleasant, but you have to. So first of all, make sure that you get your mother's side of the story. Get with her when she's alone and ask her what's going on. Ask her why she would cut you out of her will. Ask her why she allowed this man to put her in this position. Ask her about her health. Ask her what her wishes are. Ask her what she wants for her future. She may not be able to tell you, but you need to try. You also need to make sure that you are looking out for yourself here. Make sure that you're setting boundaries around your own time and energy. You have to recognize that your mother is in a different world. She is in a sort of a fog of delusion right now. She is under the spell of this very charismatic and manipulative man who has lied to her for many years. You need to make sure that you don't get pulled into that same delusion. You have to stay grounded in reality and keep your wits about you, but also recognize that you are going through a lot of stress. and you need to make sure that you are taking care of yourself. Please make sure that you don't isolate and that you are reaching out for support. Whether that's friends or family or other professionals, you're going to need that support. Next, reach out to a local elder law attorney in your state. There are attorneys who specialize in working with older adults and they know the ins and outs of what can happen in these types of situations. Depending on where you live, there may be some options that are available to you. In some states, there are laws that protect the elderly from exploitation. But you probably have to go to court. And so again, I want to caution you that this is going to be expensive. It's going to cost you a lot of money. And if your mother doesn't have that money, then that's going to come out of her estate. And ultimately, it's going to be less money for you in the long run. So you have to weigh that. But you might want to look into those options. And lastly, you have to accept that you may not be able to control the outcome here. Your mother is an adult, and she gets to make her own choices, even if they are bad choices. And it looks like your mother is choosing to stay with this man, and she's choosing to trust him with her entire estate. Now, if she ever becomes incapacitated, that's a whole another issue. Then you might be able to step in and prevent him from exploiting her. But right now, she's still competent and she's making these decisions. So you have to respect that. I know this isn't the answer you want to hear. I wish I could tell you there was something you could do to swoop in and save the day, but there's not. All you can do is make sure that you are educating yourself and advocating for your mother while honoring her wishes as much as possible. And ultimately, this is going to be a difficult situation to navigate, and you're going to have to be prepared for that. I hope that helps though. Thank you to our Reddit user for posting this. If you like this video, check out this video on caring for an aging narcissistic parent.